Have we forgotten how to dress? Compare a photo of people from the 1950s and a photo of people today. What is one big difference? Clothing. Of course, fashion always changes, but clothing customs today are much more liberal than those of the past. Before the 1960s, there were more rules. People wore formal clothing more often. Outside of the home, men wore suits and hats. Women wore long dresses or skirts. They covered their heads with hats and their hands with gloves. Today, people dress to be comfortable. Shorts, jeans, t-shirts, and athletic clothing are very common. Some people even wear pajamas when they go shopping. Linda Prebyszewski, a history professor at the University of Notre Dame, believes that people today have forgotten how to dress. I am shocked how often I will be out somewhere, on a street or in a restaurant, and I see only a handful of people who seem dressed appropriately, and even fewer dressed beautifully, says Prebyszewski. Prebyszewski decided to do something about the problem. In the past, schools taught children how to dress correctly. Often, these classes started in first grade and continued through college. Prebyszewski created her own class. She introduced her students to fashion from the 1920s through the 1950s. Her students couldn't believe how beautiful the clothing styles were. Prebyszewski then wrote a book titled The Lost Art of Dress. In it, she described the old rules for dressing well. For example, before the 1960s, formality and appropriateness were very important. At that time, people dressed formally much more often. They dressed up for formal settings like weddings, the office, and religious institutions. But they also dressed formally when going to a restaurant or even to the supermarket. Many families even dressed up for dinner at home. The dress code was more conservative then. Jeans were appropriate only for physical work. T-shirts were underwear only. Athletic wear, like shorts and running shoes, were worn only on the sports field. Will Prebyszewski be successful in changing people's attitudes about clothing? Actually, a look around her classroom shows that she has already had some success. Her students look fantastic.